So I wanted to give an update on a 2015 Nissan Quest SL doing the radiator. So what ended up happening on this car was the radiator was completely dry. We had a thermostat, so we took it to the dealership, 250 bucks. They were able to diagnose it down to the thermostat. So we're replacing the thermostat today. We're replacing the, and forgive me about the Patriots in case you're not a Patriots fan. I'm originally from Alaska, so I don't really care either way, but my wife is. So of course you have to have the Patriots front bumper there. All right, so thermostat went bad. I figured, why don't we just do the water pump while we're at it, and the serpentine belt, and just a couple other things, whatever else, while I was in there. So the water pump has proven to be interesting. Needed to remove a lot more parts than I expected. There are no tutorials, in-depth tutorials on this particular part of the water pump changeout, so I'm going to show you guys the best I possibly can kind of what's going on with this whole thing. So this is the water pump. After about 2 hours of just digging and digging and digging, I was finally able to get the water pump out. So that guy down there, the shiny piece, that is a water pump. So in order to get that water pump, there's a tensioner that sits in the back with that. It's a big cover that sits on the top of it. So this cover here has, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bolts in it. Plus you got to be careful because there's these little tabs, these hardened steel tabs, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to get off. And there's one bolt right there in the center, so don't miss that one. And it's like blind. Every single bit of this is blind except for a couple bolts on this side. So you're just going in there feeling around, hoping. I'm leaking everywhere. That sucks. Hoping that you can find what you're looking for. So you remove that cover, which that cover looks exactly like this cover here. If you can see, I'll go down where the headlights are. So that's the cover right there. Just a reverse version of it. Over, I believe those are harmonic balancers and all that kind of stuff there. All right, so you need to take out the belt tensioner, which sits in that housing there. There's another guy on here that showed how to remove the belt tensioner just right. You gotta be very careful. Put the cam in top dead center best you can, and then by rotating it clockwise, and then you remove that belt tensioner, and you have to hold that orange guy like you're holding it tight the whole time. If you don't, there's a potential for this belt to slip, and I've dealt with like a 2005 2007 Nissan Quest, and doing top dead center on this piece of junk is very, very, very difficult. It's not difficult, it's just time consuming. You got to take out a billion bolts, and it's almost better just to drop the engine. It's just ridiculous, so be careful on that. So water pump, and then we also have the thermostat sits in there, so I'm going to replace that next. I'm going to replace that water pump. You just got to get 2 bolts in there, top and bottom, to be able to shimmy the thing out, because it's in there really, really tight. But this is the one part that's been making me really, really nervous, hoping that there was some kind of information online, because I hate touching these belts. I touched one on, like I said, the 2005 2007 Nissan Quest, because the belt tensioners, that orange piece was going bad, and the tensioner, the metal piston, was pushing through that piece of material, and it was rubbing on the belt. The metal chain, the timing chain, and there were 2 tensioners up on the top, up on this side, one on either side, and it was just a pain in the butt to deal with. So anyways, if you're trying to do something with the 2015 Nissan Quest SL when you're changing out the water pump, then this is kind of a little bit more information on how to get this whole thing done. Good luck, and I still got a couple more hours worth of work to get this all accomplished, and it's getting really hot in Florida right now, and it's not too much fun, but all right, good luck.